What are we up to?
UFC gym.
So why did you become a UAE resident?
The people here, and then also just the mindset. When you're here, you just can't help but think bigger. You can't help but just want to do more, achieve more. It's super inspirational. Everyone that comes here comes for a reason. No one's here by accident. There's 50,000 millionaires here. There's 2,000 new residents coming every single day. It's just the place to be. It's like New York in the 20s, man.
Yeah, bro. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. How are you, bro?
This is the thing with Dubai, is like you think, oh, it's this big city, you never see anyone, but I bump into people all the time. It actually is a really good community here. It's just that people don't think of it like that way, because everyone just thinks like, oh, it's just superficial and all of that stuff, but I've had the best people here.
Where are we up to?
We are going to somebody's house, somebody very special's house, to do a hypnosis session. You may have seen him featured on my Instagram account, going a little crazy with some big reactions. His name's Eric, and he's a good friend as well. I'm gonna go do a hypnosis right now to help him scale the crap out of his business to probably 250K a month is what the goal is gonna be. And I'm gonna document that whole process of how we do it. And we're gonna track it so that we can see the results after. One of the common questions I get with hypnosis is, yeah, but like, what are the actual results of it? Like, how can you make it tangible and stuff like that? And it's easy to show tangible results. For example, well, if I help someone quit smoking. Like a couple of weeks ago, my mom came to visit me in Cape Town. She'd been smoking for 45 years since she was 15 years old. She's now 60. She tried everything to quit, from all the courses, the books, the fake cigarettes and all this stuff, and she was never able to do it. In one hypnosis session, she's now quit. It's been over 2 weeks she hasn't smoked, right? So in those kind of examples, it's really easy to show the result of it because you did something before and now you don't. So it's very tangible. When it comes to entrepreneurs, which is the demographic I work with, sometimes it's more difficult to show the results, right? So what we're going to start doing more is actually, because I obviously see the results, but I want to show this more. So the goal is to be able to actually show them making more money after, and what they actually go through and change during hypnosis to make more money. And that's what I want to show everybody, because, you know, I was just on a call with my inner circle community, and they were asking what were the takeaways from a recent mastermind I was at with a guy called William Brown, 40 coaches, top guys from around the space. And the common thread that always kept coming up is they actually already knew all the tactics, they already knew all the strategies, and they just basically got confirmation and self-belief in order to take action. And if we're all being honest with ourselves, you already know what to do. You know how to grow your business, you know what you should be doing to make more money or whatever it is, but for some reason you're just not doing it. And that some reason is always going to be some kind of subconscious fear or limiting belief. So in the hypnosis sessions, we're actually going to document what that fear or limiting belief is, show removing it, show the new character that we build, and then show the actual tangible results of that. All right, so we're about to jump into a hypnosis session. You might recognize Eric Kavelaars already. We're just going to work on some mindset stuff, some scaling stuff, and we'll take you along for the journey. We did obviously the first session. You had some good progress from that initially. Obviously we did that in like a busy environment where there was like chefs and shit cooking in the background. So we were thinking, all right, let's do like a much more deep one today. So what's the main thing you want to achieve from this one today?
Honestly, just being consistent with YouTube and getting like at least like 5 to 10K views per video.
Okay.
So getting like better YouTube content and also posting very, very consistently.
Okay.
And also on top of that, hitting like 250K a month as well.
Yep. And one leads into the other, right? The YouTube leads into the financial goal.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm very hesitant to film something if I don't think it's absolutely perfect. If the video didn't do well, then I wouldn't get enough validation, right? And then it would kind of fuck up my self-image or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because I was very, very dependent on this has to get this certain amount of views, stuff like that. I'm always like checking my story viewers. I'm always checking the likes on my stories. Like, I kind of want to cut that out as well because it doesn't benefit me. Like, that fulfills all those things, but I feel like if I cut that out, then it's going to be forced to get that only from YouTube, you know?
Besides the perfection piece, is there anything else blocking your consistency from producing content in general?
I actually don't know. I think it's just uncomfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I always want to push through the uncomfortableness. I have a lot of resistance towards it because if it's not, it kind of prevents me from lowering my self-image because it doesn't run the risk of a video not doing well.
But it's making you essentially play a little bit from fear, like and a little bit from scarcity, right? Because it's like you're already, like your current self-image, let's just label it 100K per month. Obviously it's more complicated than that, but just the 100K a month version of you is like here. And then if you create a video that's like mid, then in your view, it lowers your self-image. You've got to this point and now you're, instead of playing aggressively like you did to get to this point, you're like playing a more defensively now. What you want to do is make this current self-image of 100K per month feel so small and just like tiny that you don't even like want it anymore.
I just need to change the identity of someone who just makes 8 perfect YouTube videos per month.
Deep breath in and sleep. Anything to do with the old 100K per month identity of yourself feels so far away and so insignificant that it starts to just immediately fade away. And in a moment when I say eyes open, wide awake, you'll come back with full fucking confidence. The way you talk, the way you articulate yourself will be completely different on a totally another level. And this will be ingrained from now on the rest of your life. In 3, 2, 1, eyes open, wide awake, wide awake. Woo! Let's go. How you feeling, bro?
Fucking amazing,
Boom.
man. Yeah. Wow. That was insane.
That was a little different, huh?
Yeah. I just feel like my standard of YouTube is just completely different now.
Yep.
And like hitting 250K is just seems like natural.
Yeah.
It's just like easy to do.
Does like 250K even seem like that much now though?
No,
no,
it doesn't. That's the thing.
That's the thing,
It's
right?
like, yeah, it really doesn't. Like, it just seems like light.
And that's actually shows how you're in that identity. Because it's literally just like actually not a lot of money. I know you're just gonna go and fly. That's the reason why I'm like pretty excited because I know what you're like and you're just gonna go.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the next few months are gonna be insane. Like, it's gonna take off. Like, this is a huge shift. Yeah.
For a lot of people, like it's not that they don't think it's real, but they just haven't experienced something like that before because it's just so like different to their reality. How would you what would you say to them?
Well, all I'll say is like all the top athletes use it, like, and also all the like top entrepreneurs as well. They all use it. Like, we were talking about McGregor the other day. I was talking to one of his close guys, and we were saying like, yeah, McGregor's like all over it. Like, he uses it like, all the time before fights, stuff like that. And it's not really, I feel like it's not really publicly talked about because it's kind of like a kept secret, to be honest. So I've seen massive results just with this. Like, even just like instantly, I feel like way more aligned. Like, I feel like I'm already making 250K a month.
That's it.
Like right now, it's like, you can't do that like with anything else. And I feel like a lot of people think that like being hypnotized, like it isn't real, but it is very, very real. And I feel like it's just a limiting belief to actually think that. And limiting beliefs will always keep you kept down at your old past self and stuff like that. You don't really progress by having those. So I think just like being very open to change, being open to new things is one of like the most successful traits you could always have. Some people will just be stuck for like a year.
Yeah.
And in an exact revenue number. That's kind of what I was like, to be honest, to be completely honest. And it's like, no matter how hard you work, you're never actually really going to get to the next level. Because like, the only way to actually get to the next level is like, I feel like to change your subconscious. Because like your standard is so at that old stage. And no matter how hard you try for specific people, it's like, it's just hard. You can't really get to the next level.
Well,
like
it's like
your standard is just so low.
You're battling yourself, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you can put in all this work but then if your image is still down here, you're gonna just drag yourself back down unconsciously. So it's like, and then that's super disheartening because you're putting all the work, but then you're not getting the result, and you're fuck, why aren't I getting?
Exactly.
It's like the most frustrating thing.
That's the thing. So,
whereas all you need to do is just literally change your standards, change who you are, and then it's like, of course you still do the work, but it feels way more just like flow state.
Like I was the exact same. Like I was like super in flow state. Like right before you got here, I was like, I just hired a new employee, and it's just like, I was like typing so fast and like in the zone. It was like, it was so sick, and I love being in that state. So
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm super pumped, bro, for your next level. You're just gonna like take everything up now, bro. I'm very excited to see it.
So excited. Let's go.
Fuck yeah, dude. Sick. So you're probably wondering what actually happened immediately after that session with Eric. Well, he immediately started making more money than ever before, just from that one hypnosis session that we did together. And if you actually want to experience that same session, I actually have a YouTube video that takes you through step by step the exact same session we just did with Eric that you can use in your own life. So I'm going to link that video right here. Go watch that next.